Rose was about 60, 62 years old, not an old lady by any stretch. She was waiting for her husband Carl to come out of hip replacement surgery, and she was mad as fire. So she tells me about Carl and what happened to him. Carl was 70, again, not exactly elderly, and up until now, he'd been in fantastic health, but he'd fallen the day before and fractured his hip. When they'd gotten to the ER, they'd been told that Carl had low bone density, and that's why his hip fractured so easily. It really hadn't been that bad of a fall. So Rose says to me, and think about this for a second, hell, that's why we've been taking calcium for the last 20 years. The doctor said it would protect us from this. So what do we need to be doing differently?
Well, we started digging right away, and I have to tell you, I was blown away by what we found. Over 10 million Americans already have osteoporosis. Another 34 million have low bone mass that could become osteoporosis in the near future, and more are diagnosed every day. At the current growth rates, half of all Americans over 50, that's men and women, will have low bone mass by 2020. So what are the results of all this? 1.5 million Americans suffer fractures due to weak bones every year. About 300,000 of those fractures are hip fractures. Less than 15% of those people will be able to walk unaided 6 months later. Think about that. Less than 15%. But what's even worse than that, nearly 24% of them will be dead in 12 months. And that doesn't even include the nearly 16,000 people over 65 who die immediately after a fall each year.
Now, what we've been told is the cause of this, right, is calcium deficiency. We need calcium to strengthen our bones so this doesn't happen.
You can't feel your bones thinning.
But Americans are already spending $17 billion, that's billion with a B, each year on calcium supplements. Yet osteoporosis continues to skyrocket. Not to mention the Surgeon General's office says we're still not getting enough. Clearly, what we're doing isn't working.
And there's actually a very good reason for that.